Hello, my name is J.R. Logan. I'm the Director of New Media Strategies for the United Way of Greater New Haven and Coastal Fairfield. I am here today to introduce to you a project that we've been working on. Doesn't have an official title really, but Drupal for United Way will work for now. The idea basically is to bring the power of open source content management to the United Way system. And we all have, United Ways in general do things by community to community, but my thought is that websites should not be one of them. And if we want to be highly interactive and give our users a consistent experience, that we should be taking advantages of tools that have an economy of scale. And Drupal is a very powerful tool that allows us to use a database to manage all of the information that users might want on the website. You might say, so what? But once it's in a database, we can deliver to different types of users, companies, people from different areas, agencies, staff members. We can deliver different information at different times. They can subscribe to information. It would allow us to do a lot of things that a standard Dreamweaver and HTML approach to a website cannot even come close to doing. Well, before I get too far into what Drupal can do, let me just show you what we've done so far. This is actually a Drupal running in, or a website running in Drupal. You can see it looks pretty much at first glance like any website that you might use, that we have organized around give, advocate, and volunteer to be aligned with the national office. That along the top we have our basic tools that people would use. That our main content areas, the main things that people come to learn about United Way, are at the top and easily accessible and persistent across different areas. So people might want to go to education. And you can see that these stay up there. They get a sub-menu that's relevant to education, and they have content about education. One piece that is actually added and dynamic within this is that each time you load the page, a different local piece of data relevant to education comes up. So let's go ahead and reload the page, and a different one should pop up. It does pop up. This is populated by staff. They can just add facts and mark them as relevant to education. That way it can actually be pulled up in this education page. It could also be marked as relevant to Success by 6. So it could be then only those that are relevant to Success by 6 could show up in Success by 6 or in Income or in any other way you like. So you're really using tagging to pull up content that's relevant. I click more on this, and right now we have it set up so that it pulls up all of the different facts and organizes them by the tag that we've said they are relevant by. So you can get an overview of all of the facts that we are currently promoting and talking about. And those are updated and changed as needed. So we move down the page, and this right bar is really about interactivity and content that's relevant. This menu on the left is more persistent and what you'd find typically on the website. Related content is somewhat like the related facts, except that you don't get the full piece there on the sidebar. You just get the title, which tells you that, yes, there's a piece of information that's relevant to education, to the page that you're on, and has been put in there recently. We can sort it in many different ways. Right now, we're just sorting by most recently published. So you see that there's a small post that people can comment on that was relevant to education. And this one happens to be a link to a news article. But it could be an event, it could be any sort of content, press release, anything that we find important to post. This is just the demo, so we only have 2 posted. When we post more, there'll actually be a more link at the bottom, and people will be able to see all of the posts that are relevant to education, blog posts, whatever. Finally on here we have Take Action. And Take Action are the collection of actions that somebody might be interested in when they are surfing the education section. So those are volunteer opportunities related to education or advocate opportunities related to education. We highlight the top two because you don't want to have too much going on the website. And of course, they can click more to get a full list. One interesting thing is that we made the choice to actually use RSS to pull this in. This is RSS is Real Simple Story or Real Simple Syndicate. And because we're doing that, we can pull in from not only our own volunteer solutions automatically, but we can pull in from Hands-On Network or Idealist or other providers of volunteer opportunities and organize them into categories like education. This makes us the starting point rather than the end point. It allows us to leverage other places and makes us kind of a Google-like player in that we are a resource of different places that hold the actual material. And that works for us because we have an audience and we're a real entry point for people that are interested to go out and volunteer. So that's the introduction to this. I can show you one other example of pulling in volunteer feeds, and that is in corporate volunteering. We have an introductory page that talks about what we're doing in it. But at the bottom here, we have current opportunities. And this is a live feed coming from those different sources. And you can see that those pieces are all listed. And if we were to click one of them, it would actually, this one happens to be from Volunteer Solutions. And so it's going to load the Volunteer Solutions website, which is skinned in our skin. That is the basic introduction. Some of the things that we're going to move towards and talk about in future screencasts are blogging, the powers of the blogging, some of the opportunities that Drupal give us as far as community dialogue, more participation. You saw that there was comments, but there's much more than that. People can subscribe to emails on different intervals using OpenID, which is a universal sign-in, so people can sign into any United Way website without having to create a new ID. Using RSS to share news between local, state, and national United Ways. Using Facebook to sign in. All of these are options, and we'll be talking about them in future screencasts. But this is at least the introduction. Thank you. My name is J.R. Logan. I'm at the United Way of Greater New Haven. And if you're interested in helping us in this project, you can feel free to reach out to me at jrlogan@uwgnh.org. Thank you.